And we want to show you Overbridge. Overbridge is a technology that will bring the two worlds together. When I say two worlds, I'm saying the DAW world and also our analog instruments. So they get connected via this technology. And this is the first time in history where you can have real analog VSTI instruments, not FX units, but instruments. So the Overbridge is in a beta state right now, but we're really excited to show you it. And around mid-May, that you can download it as a public beta download from our website. And sometime in summer, probably around the beginning of it, maybe in June or something, you'll be able to get the full release, which will have a lot of cool features actually, and I will go through them now. And what's really neat is that this will be free, so for our existing and our new users. So if you've got a rhythm already, then you can just download this and use it with your DAW. And it will be compatible with Ableton, Logic, Bitwig, and other things that support VSTI and AU. And we also released a new website last night, late in the night. You should really check it out if you're into electron stuff. There's a lot of information about Overbridge especially, and about our machines, and what's to come in the future also. So let's have a look at the control panel here. So I have the analog rhythm and the analog keys hooked up into the computer only via USB cable. There is no other cables attached. So I am sending multi-track audio, sync, and also MIDI information such as automation through a single USB cable. So now if I play around with the rhythm, and I can see that the meters are showing that it's picking up. And if I click analog keys here, so we have the rhythm and analog keys, they both have a green light, meaning that it's active, it's loaded, and it's working fine. And if I go to analog keys here, that's track 1. I go to track 2, and here we go, track 3 and track 4 and so on. What else I can do on the control panel is maybe change the bit depth and decide which tracks that I want to multi-track into the DAW and which tracks that I want to get from DAW into the machine for analog processing. So these units become like an analog filter, an overdrive kind of box. They're not actually, but you can process audio like that. You also have a USB bandwidth meter, so that you can see how much bandwidth that you're using with the setup that you're planning to do. So let's have a look at the plugin. And too much talking, we need to get some music going on. Let's have a look at that. So it's very easy to load in the plugin. All I do is just drag and drop. And here it is. And it's picked up the analog keys. So when I switch to a track, it instantly switches to which track that I am on. And when I change a filter, it changes that second filter, or maybe I can change the waveform or the pulse width. This is quite cool graphics here. I think I personally really like it. And you can of course automate all of these in the DAW world. So these settings can change over a course of a long time with your automations in the DAW world. I've created a live set that shows some of the cool features. So I'll load that up now. And here it is. So on the first track, I have the plugin assigned, as I showed you before. And on the second track here, I am sending MIDI notes to analog keys. And on this track here, I'm getting the audio out from the analog keys into the computer. So that's why they're both in red, meaning MIDI and audio. This is how I designed it. And then same goes for the track 2. You have the MIDI track here, and an audio track here. Track 3 is the same, and 4. So with this setup, all the tracks from the analog keys is multi-tracked into Ableton, and I can send back some MIDI data as well. Here, on these 2 channels here with a nice purple color, you have the MIDI automation, MIDI tracks going into the rhythm, and the audio coming back from the rhythm into this track here. So let's trigger this bass line here, which will activate the track 2 on analog keys. So now I can go to the plugin and select track 2. Maybe change the filter. So maybe open up the second filter also. What's cool is that I can actually add automation to this. So I have a clip here which has some automation data for the filter, and when I run it, you'll see that it will move. So you can actually automate all these parameters via this function, if you wish to do so. And so we can actually go and activate this MIDI track, which plays back to track 1, and this will be kick. Here we go. And so maybe I can actually go to the track settings and maybe change the maybe do something like that. What's cool is that now I can actually add some effects to these tracks that's running in here. For example, on the bass line, I can add like a distortion effect here, and I got a filter assigned afterwards as well. Or maybe I can actually add like big reduction if you're into that stuff. Or maybe some overdrive. So, as you can hear and see, there's a lot of possibilities there. Now I want to add the rhythm into the mix, so I go to the rhythm track and trigger the hi-hat MIDI sequence. Yep, so I get the audio back from into the rhythm, and maybe I can actually add some reverb to the bass line through the sound effects. And maybe I show the filters of it. Maybe have some other melodic content as well. What you can do with Overbridge is that basically these machines were sending audio into the computer, and all of this can be actually recorded as multi-track also. So if I arm all these audio tracks and go to the arranger review and press record, I can record all of these changes and the audio as well. So I can maybe change these sounds here. Changes, as you can see here, the automation was recorded as well as the audio. So Overbridge gives you a really good complementary VSTI for your DAW plugins.